Let me give you a couple of facts.
Oh.
Out of Tempe, Arizona.
Just out of Tempe.
The microburst, the powerful microburst that hit Tempe.
We heard winds over 70 miles an hour. 90. Oh, my Lanta. Okay.
The storm produced winds around 90 miles per hour.
That's serious.
Toppled trees, downed power lines. Becky Lynn crashed her car into a tree yesterday. She's fine. Her car isn't.
No.
They're comparing the damage out in Tempe to it's like it was from a small tornado.
I mean, people are out of their homes.
550 homes, significant damage.
Yeah.
Over 130 residents displaced. This was just unbelievable that took place at Tempe. It's unbelievable.
And we know that the cleanup has really just begun for many of them. Joining us right now is Tempe Mayor Corey Woods. Mayor Woods, really appreciate you making some time for us. I'm sure you're busy right now.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are dealing with. We heard one stat, you had 180 calls for service in a pretty short period of time. Overwhelming, I'm assuming, the services in Tempe.
Absolutely. The storm lasted for probably about 25 to 30 minutes, but it caused an incredible amount of damage. As you talked about, we had over 130 people displaced from their homes. At one point, we had approximately 22,000 people without power, and obviously a lot of property damage that I saw myself and that our team has seen. I have never, in the 22 years I've been a Tempe resident, seen so many huge trees that were frankly just completely uprooted and laying on the ground, and sometimes, unfortunately, laying on homes and even on small businesses. So it was exceptionally challenging. We have a lot of residents and a lot of people in Tempe who are very much traumatized by this situation. So we are doing everything we can to assist them during what is a very, very challenging time.
So, Mayor, what do you do? Do you go like home to home, or do you go and check it out yourself, or you go with your team and you know, because these trees, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
These aren't small trees.
No, these are massive trees. Yeah. So, like, as the mayor, you know, you got to help out here, and I know that you were doing a great job. Like, what is it like when the microburst hits and you got to go into action? What happens?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, a little bit of everything. I mean, so I did a little bit of driving around myself. I was actually out at the time that the storm hit, so I did sort of get caught up in it. I was probably right around Southern and the 101 freeway at the time that the storm hit, right at the tail end. But I know that myself and several council members had conversations that evening after it had subsided, and we were all kind of in our own way going out and surveying the damage in many of our neighborhoods. And of course, I was on the phone with our city manager and our first responders and our solid waste teams who were out there checking out everything for themselves. And what they saw was exactly what we witnessed. It was a substantial amount of damage, frankly, unfortunately, to homes and trees and just sort of the overall landscape. So it's going to take some time to really restore everything to where it was before. I would say that the overwhelming majority of people at this point have had their power restored. I would probably say around 90% of the people I know who experienced a power outage, they've got power back now, which is frankly great.
That's great.
But in terms of picking up all of the trees, the other green waste, and repairing a lot of the things that's been damaged, that is definitely going to take some time. But I also say, not only is our team doing an exceptional job, our fire medical rescue department, our police department, our solid waste team, our utilities, they're doing an exceptional job of collaboration. We're also getting support from the American Red Cross, Maricopa County Emergency Management, as well as the state of Arizona. But so those groups are doing a great job of working together in what is now the recovery effort. But I also have to say, a tremendous amount of credit to our residents and the people who live in this community. Yeah. I was regularly seeing on neighborhood Facebook pages people saying, does anyone need any help? Does anyone need me to go check on a loved one for them? Does anyone need any help with me bringing over a chainsaw to chop apart a tree so the city can actually haul it off in a couple of days? So our residents have really come together during what is a very, very stressful, challenging time to help one another.
Mayor Corey Woods is joining us on KTAR, Tempe Mayor. What was the worst damage you surveyed? What do you think? What's the worst thing you saw?
One, there was an industrial park that I saw that housed, I believe, 64 small businesses where trees fell down and the roof was ripped clean off the facility. And so for those businesses, they are clearly not going to be able to operate in their current building without the use of a roof. So they're currently now looking for new places to maybe temporarily relocate their businesses so they can stay functional while that industrial park is repaired. Wow. Interestingly, also, there was an apartment complex right south of Mill and south of Southern, that actually had a tree fall on top of it. That was, interestingly, the first apartment complex I ever lived in the city.
Wow.
Between the years of 2003 and 2005, when I was a graduate student at Arizona State University. When I saw a couple of people surveying the damage, and with a few news reporters, I was looking at it and going, oh my gosh, that's where I lived the first 2 years I relocated to Tempe, Arizona from Michigan. So no, I mean, from between that industrial park and the trees that obviously fell on that apartment complex, and I'm sure a lot of other damage to people's homes, it was just, as I said before, I have never seen anything like this in the 22-plus years that I've lived in the state of Arizona.
We're talking to Tempe Mayor Corey Woods after the microburst storm hit, which combination of tornado and hurricane, it feels like for a lot of people.
Record levels of damage.
And I'm guessing, Mayor Woods, and I think one of the great things we could say with all this damage we've seen, roofs torn off of things, trees toppled into buildings on cars, we had no serious injuries that I'm aware of, and I think that's amazing.
That is correct. Our fire medical rescue team confirmed that at a press conference we had earlier today that unfortunately, there were a lot of people, as we talked about, who were displaced, who lost power,
Sure.
who are clearly sort of experiencing traumatic situations from what happened yesterday. I mean, there are neighborhoods that are they may never look exactly the same way they did, or it's going to take a lot of work to return them to that original neighborhood character. But we are committed to that as a city. But I agree. It was a very, very difficult situation, and but I have really seen people come together in a tremendous way. It's just extremely heartwarming to see neighbors reaching out to one another saying, what can I do to help? Can I drop off food? Do you need gift cards? I've had residents reach out and businesses reach out to me today. How do I donate to the city? How do I donate to the American Red Cross? How do I drop off food for the first responders? How do I drop off food for the people who've been displaced? So, we're really coming together. But fortunately, as you mentioned, there was no loss of life, and there were not any serious injuries during this storm. So I think we can all very much, I am very, very thankful for that above all.
Mayor Woods, sincerely appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your graciousness, and we're wishing the best for everyone in Tempe. And we know, again, community, neighbors, everyone coming together to help. Great work.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It's Mayor Corey Woods of Tempe. I mean, the pictures look like something you see in Florida after the hurricane goes through.
Crazy.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally buildings with roofs ripped off. And when we say trees toppled, it didn't break the tree and knock it over. It ripped trees out of the ground.
And there's grass.
Yeah, they still have like the grass and roots attached to them.
Massive chunks of dirt from the bottom of the root. Yeah.
Like it ripped the tree out of the ground and then plopped it, on top of stuff.
So 180 incidents just last night.
Yeah.
Record levels of damage. 600 homes damaged. 90-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah. We're just not built for that.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know what much is. But,
130 people forced out of their homes or apartment buildings because of the damage. 70 small businesses damaged.
Yeah.
We were watching it yesterday and talking about it yesterday, and I think there was a picture of someone was taking a video of just from inside.
Like their backyard.
Of their backyard and their pool. And everything was in their pool. Anything that was in that neighborhood was in their pool.
Stuff was coming from
everywhere. It was
everywhere.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy.
And also, I always find this fascinating.
What?
When people start calling me or texting me from back east about what's going on out there,
happening?
this and that. And
then you know it's real.
Gosh, I've seen the weather out there, and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
but I think Tempe, with that microburst, it was really damaging.
You're here.
And so we're glad that the mayor came on just to tell us about how do you start fixing things up. And I thought the coolest part was that the people out there just wanted to help each other. And I think that
neighbors coming together.
We need to do more of that. Good job, Tempe.
I think that's really
Sorry,
cool
Becky
to hear.
Lynn, I couldn't get the question in about your car that was totaled, and I don't know the mayor in Tempe well enough to
hit him up for that.
Yeah.
But I got his number, so I'll text him
That's okay.
later.
I know a few people.
You know people.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.